Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Burnt Violet Astrology and Tarot. It's been quite a while since I've put any content out, so I'm super excited to be back and doing what I love. Today's pick a pile is going to be a healing message from your higher self. We'll go into detail about things that need healed so that you can move on and grow. So if you've never done a pick a pile, the way this works is you just pick the pile that you're drawn to. You can pick more than one pile if you feel drawn to more than one pile. But initially just go with your gut instinct and pick the pile that you are drawn to. If you need time, you can pause the video to take a moment and decide which pile you want to choose. Alright, so we'll go ahead and we'll get right into this. So the first pile here is the green owl with the triple moon, and then we have the blue owl with the spiral, and the purple owl with the Ankh. Alright, we'll go ahead and jump right into this. So for those of you who chose the green owl, with the triple moon, so the tarot cards that came out for you guys are the Magician, the Six of Swords in reverse, and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So, with these cards, what I'm already seeing is that you are somebody who I think has a hard time realizing your worth with the Queen of Pentacles here in the reverse. And the Six of Swords in reverse, I feel like this is an energy of feeling sort of helpless. But with the Magician coming out in the upright position, you guys have the ability to manifest what you want, and you're more powerful than you give yourself credit for. And with the green owl card here, green is about healing as well. So, and this obviously this reading is centered around healing. So, I feel like you guys have the ability to heal yourselves, and you have more power and abilities than you give yourself credit for. Feels like maybe with the Six of Swords in reverse, there's a situation that feels out of your hands, out of your control. But definitely with the Queen of Pentacles here in the reverse, I feel like you don't value yourself enough. You don't have enough self-worth. Let's see. So, the other cards I pulled for you guys, we have music, we have dance, we have positive affirmations, we have spend time with friends, and for this pile, quite a bit of these cards from this oracle deck came up, and we have sweet treat. Um, so I see you, pile ones, are people who are musically inclined. You like to create music, you like to listen to music, you like to go to concerts, you're probably somebody I feel like who listens to music a lot. Like it's on in the background all the time, maybe, or really music is like your sanctuary. That's the feeling I'm getting. It's healing for you guys. Music is a healing modality. It's something that soothes your soul. So you guys definitely are, I feel like people who would benefit from creating music, or I mean, you don't even, it doesn't even have to be something you do, you know, as a job per se. It would be a good pastime for you guys. It would be healing. And even with the spend time with friends, it might be a good idea to connect with people who also really enjoy music and like to make music, and perhaps that is something you can do to heal yourself. With this positive affirmation card, this kind of just reaffirms this Queen of Pentacles in reverse, not realizing your self-worth. This card says, I love myself. I am worthy and grateful. I choose love. And above all, the love that you choose should be your love for yourself. So positive affirmations are something that will start to help you on your healing journey. When you find yourself saying something negative about yourself, stop yourself and turn it into a positive, because what we feed ourselves is what we believe. I get the feeling that you guys might also like to bake. That might be something that brings you some sense of like calmness is what I feel. And you like to share that with your friends, your creations. Alright, let's see what else we got here. We have the Smudge Witch, providing protection and promoting a shift to more positive energy. I'll get into that in a second here. Earth Witch, keeping you grounded and focused. Okay, it's kind of ironic that the Earth Witch card, talking about grounding and focus, comes out, is next to this Queen of Pentacles in reverse, because the Queen of Pentacles is in the upright position. She's somebody who is stable and grounded and in tune. So it would really benefit pile ones to ground, to get out into nature, and to really have a little bit of time where you just kind of sit in silence, perhaps, and kind of help you focus on the things that matter. And with the Smudge Witch, providing protection and promoting a shift to more positive energy. So this kind of goes with this positive affirmations card here, shifting your energy to that of a positive energy, because you are more powerful than you realize. You're the magician here. You have the control. You have more control than you know. So really it all just starts with baby steps. So, you know, when you find yourself saying, oh, I'm not pretty enough, or I'm not smart enough, or shift that into a more positive affirmation about yourself. Even if you don't believe it right away, it takes time to build on that. So, turning a negative into a positive. And then also being careful with the things that you allow yourself to believe from other people, because really no one can penetrate how you feel about yourself if you're strong in your awareness of who you are. And then we have Herbal Craft, Regenerate, Plant Medicine, Caretaker, and Bloomer. And Telekinesis, Influence, Willpower, Control, and Obstacles. So again, this may feel like I was saying, with the providing protection and not letting others kind of set the tone for how you see yourself. Not letting people have influence over you and how you perceive yourself and how you see yourself and how you know yourself to be. And I feel like with this card here, you guys might be late bloomers. So it might take you a little while to realize some things, but eventually you're gonna realize your potential and your gifts and what you bring to this world. This is giving me an Ace of Swords vibe here. So and two, with the triple goddess, I kind of feel like like there's these cycles that you guys, there's obstacles, like this card says, there's obstacles, but with each kind of phase of the moon, you'll start to realize this magician that is within you, and it's gonna, and you will feel more in control and aware of yourself and what you need, instead of letting others influence you and tell you how to feel, or sway you into thinking you're one way when you're really not that way. We have Queen of Hearts, Creatrix. So, this Creatrix card, well, with the Queen of Hearts here, this tells me that you're somebody who really gives with everything that you have. And sometimes that, you know, it's a good thing to be kind and loving, but sometimes we have to know our boundaries, and we have to know when to let go of things, when it's not in our greatest interest. But also with this Creatrix card here, you guys are very creative people, and you kind of you are somebody who kind of is what's the word I'm looking for here? A trendsetter. You have ideas that are unique, and you really stand out. And with this magician card here, again, you guys have more control than you think. And again, I think you guys are very creative when it comes to music, dancing, music, singing, so whatever that may, or even baking. So, but you guys are very unique. You have a very unique disposition. And like I said, you guys are the trendsetters. You guys have ideas that maybe you don't, maybe people shoot them down because they seem a little off or odd to them, but you walking your own path is kind of what is part of your healing process here, and breaking away from people who don't see your visions and who put you down for having a different perspective than they do. So we have healing, perception, intuition, and love. And I'm going to set this card right here with the Queen of Hearts here, because like I said, I think you guys have a very loving nature about you. You guys are just both lovable, but you also like to make people feel loved and feel special. So that's very that's a very unique. I feel like even when people hurt you, you give and you give and you give. And that goes back to boundaries. Even if, you have to know when to let go, so as to not drag yourself and muddle yourself and muddle who you are as a person. So with the healing card here, again, you have the ability to heal yourself. You have more control than you realize, and it all really starts with this. Flipping your mindset and your perception, which is funny because this card, perception, and getting into this card is, I feel like you guys, in this card, I get the sense that she's taken off the mask and she is finally embracing who she is. This creatrix energy here. This very unique person. And I also take note of the background being red here and her shoes being red. I feel like she's got this kind of dull beigey yellow dress on, and these red shoes, so she's kind of like hiding this unique, passionate part of her, to kind of please the people around her and not make waves, so to speak. So she doesn't want to be seen. She doesn't want this aspect of her to be seen. But I feel like she finally takes the mask off, and then that's really when the healing can start to begin, when she embraces her true self, when she embraces her uniqueness. And with this dance card, actually, it kind of just reminds me of somebody just being free. Like, I don't know if you watch Friends, but the episode where Monica dances crazy, that always sticks in my mind for some reason. Like, she doesn't, like, kind of like that just freeness, not caring. And I think that's something that pile ones need to embrace. Not caring what other people think, not caring what other people want you to do, just doing what brings you joy. And with this intuition card here, and the fact that you guys picked the triple moon, you guys are very intuitive people. And you know what? You guys might even be healers yourself. So you might attract a lot of people who are broken. And that's where boundaries are very important, because it's not up to us or up to you to fix anyone else. We're all responsible for ourselves. So don't underestimate your gut intuition, because it is absolutely on point. And you can see she has the crescent moon here above her third eye. So she's aware of things that most people can't necessarily see. So pile ones, you're aware of things you can't see, but you know your intuition is spot on. And so these cards, we have tree, let them go. And wings, you never needed those wings to fly. And I am noticing that there are a couple 18s here. So there's 18, the creatrix is an 18, number 18, tree is a number 18, and dance is a number 18. So we have 9 here, and 9s are about expansion and growth. So I feel like you guys are on the precipice of a new, you have this knowledge. It's just time to activate it. And, but also you might want to look into the numerology behind the number 18 as well. I don't know that offhand, but you might find some helpful information there. But with this tree card, time to let them go. Like I was saying, I feel like there's an energy, there's a energy of somebody around you who is kind of stunting you and holding you back from your true nature, your true self, the person that you want to be, the person you need to be and need to become in order to really heal and move forward. And with this wings card, you never needed those wings to fly. So you've always been a pretty special person, and I feel like whatever the situation is here, and here we have another 8, and 8s are about stability, and so you've always had the ability to be stable on your own, but I feel like this situation has you feeling like you can't. for some reason. So I'm sure that is specific to somebody. That means something to somebody. But that's pretty much, well, oops, I forgot I had these cards. These are, and I will go ahead and put the decks down below in the description box if you're curious about any of the decks I've used today. These cards are from the, oh gosh, Shadow Healing deck, I believe. Well, I can't remember off the top of my head. But anyway, this is what you guys got. We have envy. Remind yourself that no one has it all. It's okay to celebrate others' success. You truly are good enough. So this might play into this because, you know, you're not walking around in your authentic truth. So you might envy people who do, and you might even get angry that they do. Like, oh, you know, how, but it might surprise you if you just are happy for them. Happy that they're not afraid to be who they are, and to embrace their uniqueness. I mean, we're all unique in our own ways, but some of us just stick out, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. And if somebody else is not capable of accepting that, that's not on you, that's on them. So forgive self, accept what has happened, and give yourself grace to make mistakes. Forgiveness of self can be pretty hard sometimes. We might get stuck on a situation and really pound it into the ground. But the sooner we can forgive ourselves and just let it go, the sooner we can move forward. So just accepting that we all make mistakes, that you make mistakes, we're all human. it's gonna happen. And, you know, have enough love for yourself to just forgive yourself and move forward. Arrogant. If you're insecure or fear rejection, this behavior surfaces. Work on accepting your true self and give yourself love as you are needing it. So this could be tied into this situation here. Whoever this person is that you need to let go, or whatever the situation is that you need to let go, maybe they have you in such a state, or maybe you, just because you are this Queen of Pentacles energy here in the reverse and not realizing your worth, maybe you're just afraid that you're not good enough for anyone or anything. So again, this, for pile one, this whole healing, your healing, is centered around really working on accepting your true self. I can't really, that really honestly ties it in perfectly. Working on accepting your true self, your creatrix, your unique self, and give yourself love as you are needing it. And then we have egocentric. Not everyone shares the same perspective as you. And, what was I just saying? Literally, listen to others, you may just learn something new. So yeah, I feel like there's this person just waiting. You're walking around and you are, I feel like you guys are screaming inside. You want to be released. You want to be this person that you know you are deep down inside, but there's fear behind it because you are made to feel a certain way and be a certain way and do things a certain way. So yeah, you guys are this these unique soul beings, and that is what you need to embrace in order to heal and to move forward. And to end this, this card that came out for you guys, it says, "I believe in myself and my abilities." So I feel like for pile 1, your intuition is on point. So really don't discredit it. And I do believe you guys are healers as well. I think that you guys are healers through music, perhaps. So that's what I have for pile 1. You guys have more control than you realize. You're the magician. You can make it happen. So focusing on turning the negatives into positives is really your key to healing. So thank you guys for watching. If you liked this reading, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And hit the like button. And I appreciate you guys watching. Bye. Alright, so pile 2. For those of you guys who picked the spiral with the blue owl, so drop the card. Alright. So let's see. So, for those of you who picked pile 2, so the blue owl is giving me a vibe of speaking your truth. Blue is related to throat chakra, and so speaking your truth and taking action is going to be a big thing for you guys. So the tarot that came out for you guys is the Fool, Judgment in reverse, the Six of Cups in reverse, and the Eight of Swords. So with the tarot, I see that there is something that you guys you're stuck in the past about. I feel like, there's a sense of naivety. I don't know if I said that right. Naivety. And with the Eight of Swords here, I feel like you feel trapped, but as you can see, he not only has wings to fly, but the cage is not completely closed. So he has the ability to leave and journey as far as he wants to, but he's not. He's kind of sullen and not really paying attention to anything going on around him because he's stuck in this energy of maybe guilt or remorse or something, but there's an energy of regret here. Um, and maybe, and like I was saying at the beginning, for those who picked this, the blue for the owl is making me think of action, making me think that an action needs to be taken. So yeah, I feel like there's this overwhelming sense of regret here about a certain something. Um, and maybe you just were very naive when this, whatever this was that took place, and whatever the case may be, you're stuck in the past. You're stuck on this. You can't move past this. It's just immense regret is what I'm feeling. So, let's see. Trying to put this way some. We have drink tea, energy work, burning bowl ritual, which is fantastic for this pile because I'll tell you why. So the burning bowl ritual. Okay, so this would actually be a fantastic way for you to move on from whatever this regret is that you have, because it is really holding you back in quite a big way. It's a big deal. So the burning bowl ritual is writing down everything that you need to release. Just get it all out. Write everything down. Write everything down that you need to get out of you. And then you burn it. And you let it go. You just tell the universe, I need to let this go. You burn it, you release it. And with the energy work here, aligning your chakras is probably... So I feel like you guys need to release this regret. That's your first step. You release this regret, and then you work to align your energy again, so that you're not in this really stagnant, sad regret energy. And I feel like with this first card, it's funny because we have 21 and 22 here. With this drink tea card, I feel like when you make a cup of tea, it takes some care and some time, okay? So it's not just something you could do quickly. You boil the water, you put the care into steeping the tea, that kind of thing. So I feel like you guys need to take the time to care for yourselves. Not putting yourself on the back burner, and really taking the time and being patient with yourself. Sit with yourself, sit with your thoughts, write them down and release them. Be gone with them so that you can move on. The Moon Witch. No matter what phase I am in, I am still whole. Spider Witch. there's more than one way to get your result. So I feel like you guys are stuck. And you definitely don't feel you definitely are out of balance energetically, and you don't feel worthy. But this is just a phase. And there are different ways to get results. You just have to think out of the box. Mirror magic, lunar light, past lives, spectrum, and self-care. And then we have Vervain, everlasting, spellbound, soul alignment, release, and protection. So this may even be something you guys have carried, brought with you from your last life into this lifetime. So there may be like this sense of shame, and maybe there isn't anything that you necessarily regret or something that went down that you have great regret over. Perhaps there's just this sense of shame that you carry with you, and you can't quite put your finger on it. But with this saying soul alignment here and release, again, we're just kind of reiterating here with the burning bowl ritual to release and then align your energy to get back to this place of peace. Self-care is a big one for you guys. Feeling worthy. Let's go a little further and see what I get. Witch of numerology, you can make sense of this. I feel like you guys notice patterns or numbers, or maybe you see numbers, synchronicities, that type of thing. But it's funny, at the top of this, we have the 21 and then the 22, so they're going in synchronistic order. So you guys with this, I'm getting Gemini vibes. You guys might just have a lot going on up in your head. Maybe you're a Gemini sun or moon or rising. But I'm really getting the vibe pretty strongly that you guys, maybe you may not know it yet, but numerology is going to play a big role in your lives. Be your own hero. Love who you are. I can never say that word right, so I'm not even going to try. But yeah, okay, so we have the self-care, we have be your own hero, and we have love who you are. We have centering and freedom. So centering again with the energy work, centering. So there's just something, definitely it centers around this feeling of regret or shame that needs to be released. So this needs to be released, and you need to be realigned. You need to be centered. And then you will feel this freedom. And I have a feeling, you know, if you do take the steps towards this, you will feel this freedom that you have never felt in your life. It'll be like just this release that will be indescribable for you guys, and almost magical. Take control of your own narrative. And again, we have the number 22 here. So you might want to look into the numerology behind the number 22. It is a master number, and it also adds up to 4, which means stability. So, you know, once you take control of your own narrative, and you're your own hero, and you love who you are, there's a sense of freedom that comes with that. You are centered and balanced and stable. Tower. Unplug and relax for a spell. So I definitely feel like you guys are going through a tower moment right now. Everything might feel like it's coming down and just everything is going to shit around you, but this is not in vain. It's all crashing down around you because it's not working for you. And so you have to restructure things differently so that it does work for you, so that it does work in your favor, so that things flow easier, so that you feel centered and you feel, you don't feel this sense of guilt. You stop carrying that around. Oh, and right here we have the tea. Drink tea, and we have the teacup here. So, really taking the time to work on yourself. And loving yourself enough to put the care and the effort in, because you're worth it. And it might not make sense now, but it all will make sense. Like I said, maybe you don't even know where this sense of guilt or shame comes from. It might be karmic. And we do have the Judgment card here in reverse. So, releasing it and recentering yourself. And then we have thorns. Weave together the crown you deserve. So, because you are your own hero, it's ultimately up to you to give yourself what you deserve. It's not going to come from an outside source. It's going to come from you, from within. And that's why it's very important to align your energy. And then we have some shadow work cards here. We have codependency. This is a relationship addiction. You are relying too heavily on the other person for your sense of self-worth. Give yourself more self-love. So the sense of shame or the sense of guilt might come from the situation that you're in. Maybe for some of you, not all, but maybe perhaps you know that this is not a good situation, but you don't know how to break away because you don't feel like you deserve anything better. Superficial. You care too much about outward appearances. Start with your inner work your value, your self-esteem, and your personality. And perhaps like this codependent situation is also very superficial. You're not, you're not meeting at a soul level. And maybe that's why you're staying with them. Maybe you feel like you need to stay with them because they're good looking, or they have a good job, or they make good money, or basically for all the wrong reasons. So you're staying with this person for superficial reasons, and you're codependent on that because you are not looking at their soul. Maybe they're very fit, but maybe you have met somebody who isn't very fit, and you have taken a liking to them, but you think to yourself, oh, I can't be with them because they're not, XYZ, perhaps. But you're missing out because you this your standards are too high, as far as like outward appearance is concerned. Just an example. Self-absorbed. Seek to feel what others are feeling. Express empathy to others to overcome this. So, I'm going to read the other ones real quick before. Manipulative. Let go of wanting to exert power over someone or a situation. Do you need to work on your self-esteem? Question mark. And insecurity. Please understand your worth, your value, your purpose here on earth. There is no need to feel small or compare yourself to others. So that's a lot of energy that is vibrating in a place of looking at somebody, and instead of really getting to know them, you're judging them by how they look, or what they wear, or what kind of car they drive, or what kind of clothes they wear. And this is a reflection of how you feel inwardly. You feel like your worth is equal to that of status or appearance, and I feel like this is going to cause you to miss out on close connections that will bring you happiness in the long run. So perhaps maybe this shame or this guilt that you feel is so deeply embedded and rooted in you that perhaps you're not even aware of it, maybe. And the connections that you do have are very superficial, and deep down that makes you feel like you're lacking. And again, perhaps you're not even aware that that's what's going on. So I see two narratives playing out here. So there's definitely this whole like superficial, self-absorbed, manipulative, insecure energy going on, but also like a codependent kind of, whatever the case may be, I feel like you guys are not living in your truth. You're living it in by other people's accounts, or what, you're not being true to yourself. So definitely releasing what isn't serving you guys, and then aligning your energy. And so the last card I have for you guys is my mind words. My mind is my tool to use in any way I wish. So, I love when that happens because it ties together perfectly to what I was just saying. My mind is my tool to use in any way that I wish. So, really, you have the control. You are the narrator to your story. Yeah. Take control of your own narrative. You can write your own book. And it can include, it can include this energy of freedom and balance. Alright, okay, so that's what I have for you guys. If you liked this reading, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and like it. I would greatly appreciate that. Thank you for stopping by, thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a lovely night. Bye! Alright, so moving on to pile 3. Let's see what I have pile 3. So those who chose the Ankh and the purple owl. Let's go ahead and get into your cards here. So for your tarot cards, I have the Seven of Swords in reverse, the Two of Pentacles in reverse, the King of Cups in reverse, and the Queen of Cups in reverse. So, right away with these cards, I get somebody who feels out of control emotionally. With the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups both being in reverse here, I feel like, you feel disconnected from your emotions. So you might be somebody who doesn't know how to express your emotions, has a hard time expressing your emotions, or you might blow up maybe because it all kind of builds and then it just comes blurting out like word vomit. But I feel like you feel like you don't have control. And with the Seven of Swords here, I feel like you guys maybe aren't aware of this, that you do this, that there's this lack of emotional balance here. So, let's get into the rest of the cards here. So we have Connect with Your Womb, Ground Yourself, which, if you'll notice, there are 2 rainbows here. So, this really makes me think of like your chakra, but also maybe look into the significance of rainbows spiritually, and that might provide you with some answers too. Create art. And the last last one for this is alone time. When I drew these cards, I did get a sense. Let me go ahead and lay some more out, because I did get a sense of something, and it's definitely not going to apply to everybody, but I think there's somebody who does need to hear this. So we have the Witch of Encouragement. I did my best. The Forest Witch, bringing rebirth. And with the Forest Witch card here, bringing rebirth and the connect with your womb, I think this is a chance for some type of rebirth, definitely, for pile 3. Star Witch, she turns dreams into reality. And then we have Hollowed Heart, veneration, sensuality, gentleness, and nakedness. Banyan blessings. I'm not sure if I said that right, so if I didn't, my apologies. But security, the hermit, expansion, and stability. And then ancestors, family, survival, death, and worship. And then we have strength, power. Yeah, I want to lay these all out because this was very clear to me when I drew your guys' cards. Transition. We have Gaia, shine on. Shaman of Skulls, which, let me go ahead and put that here. Can't really see them. Let's see, we'll put that up there. Shaman of Skulls, and then the Black Diamond, which both of these cards have skulls in them. Lioness, Lionhearted, and I'll go ahead with these cards. So, okay. So, like I said, kind of a trigger warning here because, and this is not gonna resonate with everybody, probably just a handful of people, but with the connect with your womb card here, and this hollowed heart card, I get the feeling that maybe there was some something that happened to you with relating to sexual abuse in your past. And it has caused you to go inward and really kind of internalize this. And so healing for your sacred self, so your sacral chakra actually is something that needs healed quite a bit, so that you can come back to a place of sensuality without feeling some form of shame. So, like I said, that is for a small few of you, not everyone. So if that makes you guys feel uncomfortable, I apologize, but I feel like it is very important to say. So I feel like, with that being said, well, overall, I think for this pile, sacral chakra is something to work on, because even if there wasn't any type of situation that went on like that, there's a reason why you are disassociating with your sensuality or your sexuality. Maybe you grew up in a religious household, or something along those lines, a scenario where you were made to feel shame surrounding your sexuality. Or perhaps, too, you are somebody who identifies as gay or bisexual, and you're made to feel like that's wrong. But whatever the case may be, sacral healing is very important. And it's funny because the sacral chakra is associated to creation. Not only babies, but I feel like, creating art and beautiful things. And we have this create art here. With the, I feel like for you guys too, you guys are very powerful beings. I get a strong Pluto vibe with this pile, and so you might have a strong 8th house, or perhaps you have Pluto on your ascendant, or I'm also getting strong Leo vibes too. So you might have a lot of prominent Leo and Pluto in your chart, or you just might have a strong 5th or 8th house. But with this Gaia card right next to, and it says shine on the card, right next to this lioness card, lionhearted. I feel like this is why I'm getting strong Leo vibes here, or a strong 5th house. And the 5th house is all about our creative side. So I feel like you guys could definitely heal through creating art of some sort, whatever that means for you. But I feel like you guys are meant to shine in that aspect. So with the skulls up here too, and this is what also gives me Pluto vibes. But not only that, when I see skulls, it makes me think of somebody who is very knowledgeable. They have sacred knowledge. And with this Ancestors card here, I think that for pile 3, you guys are supposed to, there's ancestral trauma for you guys, for this pile. And that is what you're supposed to heal. So there's a number of things going on with this pile, but some of them might interconnect and some of them might just stand on their own, just depending on your situation. But this Ancestors card is about family, survival, death, and worship. And so I feel like you guys, with this strength and this power card here, especially this power card, I feel like with this card she has been through a lot. She's got this Plutonian vibe to her. But she also has these soft features. So she's been through a lot, but she hasn't let that bring her down. She hasn't let that dull her shine. So overall, I feel like you guys are emotionally stunted by the things that you've been through. I feel like pile 3, you guys have been through quite a lot, and quite a lot of hardships. And I feel like through healing your sacral chakra and really grounding yourself and just kind of creating art. This is how you're going to express yourself and let out what has been internalized over many, many moons, it feels like. And with this card, I feel like this is a way for you to know that you have done your best with what has happened, what you've been given, what has taken place and unfolded in your life. So not to be so hard on yourself. But yeah, I just get this overwhelming sense that, and we have the alone time card here, and then we have the hermit card here. I think if you guys just take the time to really sit with yourselves and get to know yourselves, maybe because life has been so chaotic, you just haven't had a time, like the proper time to just sit in silence. But I think when you do this, things are just gonna flood in. Just a sense of, like, answers you've been wondering are just gonna flood in. I honestly don't know what that means. That's just what I heard. That's what I repeated. That's what I heard in my head. But I feel like for some of you, there are answers that you are seeking. But because your mind is just constantly racing and life has been just so chaotic and hectic, you haven't had a chance to just listen, and they want you to just listen. So yeah, overall, I get this really strong sense of ancestral trauma healing. You guys are definitely meant to shine. You guys come out on top. It's like it reminds me of like the Phoenix rising, that Plutonian energy that just, oh God, gets, yeah, I have Pluto on my ascendant, so I can feel this to my core, quite honestly. And maybe that's why I'm having such an easy time tapping into this. Because it's like just transformation after transformation. And then all of a sudden, you come to this place of just brilliance, almost. And you look back and you're like, whoa, how in the world did I survive that? You guys are very strong individuals, very strong, very knowledgeable. You have ancient knowledge just deep in your core, I feel like. But it's when you guys can heal the trauma related to your sacral chakra, this trauma surrounding your sensuality and your sexuality, and also learning to communicate in a better way. Your emotions, not letting them build up and then exploding. Or maybe just feeling like nobody cares enough to listen. but you feel imbalanced in your emotions. So working on that, you guys are definitely gonna, everything's just gonna shift massively for you guys. There's a rebirth here, which totally gives me Pluto vibes as well. Oh, and we have these cards as well. So confidence, it comes with time and practice. So yeah, be patient with yourself. And notice the sword here, which is giving me Ace of Sword vibes. So there's a new beginning. You guys are going to take action. And the sun is shining on her. Leo vibes again, giving me Leo vibes here. So, just really being gentle with yourself. Grounding yourself. And it's, this, it doesn't take much to do that. Just planting your feet on the grass and just sitting with yourself in silence. In the sunshine, actually, is something I want to point out too. Would be very beneficial for you pile threes. And then we have gold. You don't need someone else to fix you. So this cup reminds me, I think it's Japanese or Chinese. I don't really remember. But they view broken cups or plates or anything of that nature. They view them as special. And I might be explaining this wrong, but they think it gives them character because it shows that they are strong and can withstand anything. And that's something unique to that person, They came out on top even though they went through some really hard stuff. And look, we have the sun. Paint the sun back into your sky. So you guys are definitely meant to shine big time. Like big time. You're going to come out on top once you do the healing and focus on yourselves. And again, it says paint. I feel like you guys are definitely master creators when it comes to art. So there's something that you guys create that not only heals you, but perhaps heals the people around you as well. And then we have these shadow work cards. So unworthy. Think deeply and ask yourself why you are not worthy of the situation at hand. So again, this pretty much ties into this pretty well. There's this, it's almost like you feel like your voice is stunted. Like nobody cares, or you feel like you're not heard. You guys might have some 12th house placements too, maybe Sun or the Moon in there, maybe Saturn perhaps too. But, or Mercury. But, really, understanding your worth is, big for you guys. So there might, like I said, there might be some ancestral trauma here. And maybe that is connected to this feeling of unworthiness, not feeling worthy enough. Because you've never had anyone to tell you otherwise. But you guys are strong, and you don't need someone else to fix you. You guys have the ability to nurture yourselves. Impatient. Look for patterns of your impatience. Notice the negative physical symptoms it causes you. Take deep breaths and slow down. So you guys might be impatient and ways that deal with communication, with your feelings. So maybe perhaps you don't know how to communicate how you feel, so you become impatient, and like I said, it kind of internalizes and then just kind of blows up and ends up just making things worse. Addictions. Think about the emotions you are trying to cover up. Deal with those emotions, process, heal, and release them. So, again, because there's this theme of this kind of trauma based life, it's easy to see how somebody might want to escape through addictions, and this could mean anything. It could mean overeating. It could be, healing with by medicating yourself, or whatever the case may be. But what are the emotions you are trying to cover up? Really being aware of that, I think, is going to be pivotal. Resisting change. Ask yourself why you are not wanting to change. Look at the positive side to the changes. So for this resisting change, it could be very hard to change out of, any situation, that, especially if that's all you know. But the fact that you're here watching this means that you are aware and that you want some kind of change, so that you can heal and move forward and move past it and move on. So, change can be very hard. But the first step is awareness. And again, if that's all you know, and you don't really have the opportunity to see it in a different way, again, it can be hard. But if you are stuck, you are resisting this change that needs to happen in order to heal, ask yourself why you are not wanting to change. What is holding you back? What is making you nervous about change? Does it feel weird? Do you not feel worthy of it? Do you not feel worthy of like a good situation? Those are the things that are good to be aware of. And then finally, the last card we have here, I am deeply loved by the universe. So this kind of brings me to this, for this pile I get this heavy energy that you guys have felt very alone your entire life. And with this card, you don't need someone else to fix you here. You guys have people working in the background that you can't necessarily notice. You have your passed on loved ones, you have angels, you have your spirit guides, you have a whole team of people who have your back. And not only that, but you have the universe here too. We have Gaia here. And she can heal, like I said, just planting your feet to the ground, your bare feet to the ground, to the grass, sitting in the sunshine. You would be amazed, just sitting in silence, going and sitting in nature. You would be amazed at how that kind of feels a void. And so you're not alone. You have the universe to back you up and to help you heal. So that's what I have for pile 3s. If this helped or resonated with you guys at all, please don't forget to give a thumbs up and hit the like button. And thank you guys for watching. Have a good night.